Leather keychains. We're going to start with the leather keychain first. Find the drawer that has the word leather on it. Open the drawer, take out the tote that has the tooling letters, die cutter, hole punch, and masonite. Take it to your workstation. Make sure you have the orange hammer. First thing we'll do is use the die cutter to cut the leather. Find the blue die cutter and a piece of masonite and head over to the hydraulic press. You want to be using the blue press bar, so if that's not out, open the cupboard and down below you'll find the blue one. Place that in the jack handle. Lift the safety shield and turn the jack screw counterclockwise until it raises up about 8 inches or so. Very good. Place the die cutter on the top of the jack screw. The die cutter has a sharp edge which will be used to cut through the leather. Find your piece of leather. The leather has been pre-cut so that it is just the right size and extends out over the edge of the die cutter, so you'll get one full piece out of that leather. Turn it by hand one time to make sure that all of the leather sits on the outside edge of the die cutter. On top of the leather goes a piece of masonite. The masonite prevents the die cutter from slamming into the I-beam above the leather when it cuts through. Place the safety shield back down. Safety glasses are required when using the hydraulic press. There's a lot of pressure being applied. You want to turn the valve for the hydraulic press clockwise until it's snug. Now pump the blue handle up and down. You'll see the jack screws raising up, which will press the leather up against the I-beam. Keep applying pressure until you hear a crunch. That crunching sound is the die cutter cutting through the leather. Release the valve and the jack screw will come back down. Open the safety shield, remove the die cutter. If you lift up the piece of leather, you'll notice that the die cutter has cut the shape that we're looking for. Very good. Tooling leather. Take the die cut piece of leather over to the sink. Turn on the water and wet the leather. Wetting it will allow the leather to accept the stamps that we're going to be pressing into the surface. Take your dampened piece of leather to your workstation and set it on top of the masonite. While that's drying, you can look for the stamps you'd like. The easiest way to find your stamps is just to take the tray and just tip it out onto your work surface, and you can spread them out and sort through them to find what you're looking for. Some students might write their name or family name or pet. I'm going to do my initials. I found the letter S and the letter B. Both of the stamps match. They're the same design. I'm going to add some specialty stamps to it as well. I enjoy music, so I'm going to place that stamp on one end, and we have a cat at home named Cairo. She'll go on the other side. Let's start on one end. Take the stamp, place it where you'd like, hold firmly, and strike several times with the orange mallet. This is a forming process. The stamp has formed its shape into the leather. Now the letter S. Turn the stamp so that you can see the letter facing you. That'll be right reading once it's made its impression. Place it on the leather. Find the second or next stamp. Place it next to it. Again, look for the letter that has been placed on the stamp so you know that they're right reading and in the right orientation. Now we have the striking tool. Place the striking tool inside the first stamp. Hold it steady, and you're going to strike it again 3 times firmly with the orange mallet. The letter S has been formed into the surface of the leather. I place the stamp back on the location and line up for my next stamp. With the stamps edge to edge, you'll get the proper spacing between the letters. Again, strike several times. Try to be consistent so the depth of the letters are the same. Very good. Finally, for Cairo, we're going to place our cat stamp on the other end. Make sure it's oriented in the right direction. Always work on top of that masonite so we're not putting any stamped impressions into our table. A couple of good strikes, and we're set. We're now going to apply finish to the leather. After the leather has dried for a day, find a piece of paper towel, take the leather to your workstation, find a bottle of Neat Lac Tan Coat. It's a water-soluble, non-toxic finish. Fold your paper towel once and twice. This will absorb the extra finish. Put on glasses. We always want to wear safety glasses when working with chemicals. Take your leather face down onto the paper towel. Remove the brush and apply a light coat of the tan coat to the back of the leather. With your brush once, twice, and then flip the leather over, and once, twice. You've made a good coating. Now we're going to wash the brush to remove the water-soluble leather finish. Again, rub it in the palm of your hand. That'll get all of the finish off of there. Shake off the water, and let's wash our hands. Okay, back to our leather. We want to take the leather while it's on the paper towel, and we're going to put it in our locker to let it dry overnight. The next day you'll come back and remove the leather and paper towel from your locker. We're now going to punch a hole for the keychain to fit in. Throw away the paper towel and find the hole punch in your drawer. Set the hole punch for about a medium-sized hole. You're going to squeeze the handles, driving that hole punch straight through the leather. Sometimes it helps to twist a little bit, and you'll have a hole. Okay, it's time to clean up. Let's return to our workstation and put all of the stamps and tools back into the tote. And all the tooling goes back in the tote, and it goes back in the drawer. And we're going to throw away the scrap leather.